Hello. Oh, I put that away.
Hello.
Let me get changed. I don't want to be in uniform. It's uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
March it tight. Oh no, you can come with. Just don't watch me naked, okay? Because I'm married.
I'm married too.
Yeah, but you paid the meter here. I don't think you have. I need to pay mine.
Of course I have.
You sure?
Yeah, of course. I'm just gonna turn towards the windows.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
This one?
Respectful like that. That's the thing, Dark. If cops treat me like a human being, I'll probably work with them to some degree, right? As long as I'm not screwing myself over.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Ironic thing is that most of the calls I got that day were from cops pretty much saying they were manhunting me. They even threw our bartender off the roof in the process of all of it.
How do I look? Oh, where you going?
Are you dressed?
I'm dressed.
Okay. I look great. It'll be nice and warm since we're going to an island.
Yeah, well, yeah. I hope so.
Oh, I'm gonna get a beanie to match you.
You're gonna... Okay.
What? We're going on an adventure.
Just to warn you, I may have been antagonizing Bones today.
Is he around?
He was an hour ago.
Oh, I have not gotten anything from him. How did you antagonize? Somebody's gonna show up while we're hanging out, kind of antagonizing?
Well,
Dark.
he said, "How's the plan coming along, Richard?" Because he knows about the plan. Still clinging to hope that you'll figure it out like you always have. And then he called me mad because I don't like anybody who rips away hope from anybody. And then I said, "Your interest tells me so much. Does Death himself get scared so easy?" And then he called me an insect after that.
Called you an insect?
Yeah, he called me an insect.
What kind of insect?
Just
people call me
an
ants,
insect.
Feel so bad. But
What?
you know what people do to insects, right? Squash them.
Wow, thank you, Andy. That really inspires confidence.
I'm not trying to inspire confidence, Dark. I'm trying to be realistic. Did you ever think that maybe antagonizing Death might not be the move?
Well, I figured that for a successful rebellion to happen,
Rebellion. Okay, like Hunger Games level now. All right.
for a successful rebellion to happen, you need to have an announcement of some kind.
Okay.
And so I thought I'd let him know that this is happening. I'm just going to roll over like an insect. And now it's on him to make a move, and he might slip up.
Why would you want it to be on him to make a move, though?
Yeah, well, if he's making a move on me, he's not making a move on anybody else, you see.
Yeah, but people care about you, Dark, and that does affect everybody else.
Well, I've got a deal, and he can't break that deal.
Also, I want to point out you keep saying you have a husband, and yet you picked me up in something with a license plate that says cum wagon.
So
Very married.
That's a work thing.
That's a work thing?
Yeah, it's a work thing.
How is that a work thing?
It's the cum wagon. It's where I get all my cum.
Huh?
It's where I drive to the cum, and I pick up the cum, and I put the cum in my cum trunk.
Then you throw them in jail? But in your trunk?
Yeah.
Huh?
And then I put them in the cum locker.
What?
What?
I don't want to know anymore.
There's been cum all over this car, Andy.
Ew! Dark! I don't want to know that. That's
Even
gross.
in your seat right there. I had like cum stacked on top of cum.
Stop it, Dark! Gross!
Why is that gross?
I don't want to be near anybody's cum. Except my husband's.
I mean, I imagine you have come all the time with the HOA.
Excuse me?
What?
What is that supposed to mean?
What are you on about, Andy?
Okay, what do you think cum is?
Cum is class 2's under mandate.
Oh.
So,
I thought you were
cum is
talking about
class
semen.
2. Why would you think that?
Because that's what people call it.
Cum?
Spell it. Yes, of course.
I suppose you're right.
I am, I promise.
I can see how that might have been disturbing.
Saying it's all over my seat.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
That you have a whole locker full of it.
We do.
Ugh. I'm bad with my mental image.
Sorry.
It's alright, I'll live.
I don't think I've ever been to this island before.
Yeah, I hadn't until the other day when I was looking for more sussy stuff. And then I was like, this would actually be a pretty good place.
Well, did you find anything? More.
I found a wristwatch earlier.
Whose was it?
I don't know. Mean anything to you?
No. Guess it just... Time. Time's up, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh,
No. I'm
Hurry
still
up.
here.
Not necessarily your time.
Hopefully. Hopefully not anybody I care about either. Okay, let's go this way, and I'll have to show you how to get up there without needing a heli or anything. A little.
More swimming.
Just a little bit.
We're gonna have to get a boat.
Sorry.
I think everyone should meet and we should take a yacht to the island.
A yacht. A whole yacht.
Yeah.
That would be something.
At least some people don't have to swim.
You like swimming?
Well, no, I don't like swimming that much.
That's fair. Sorry, it's really short though, I promise.
Eh!
You can do it! And then up right below me.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. So you're saying I shouldn't be surprised if Norman busts in on this meeting? Or somewhere out here already.
Maybe. Yeah. Hey, guess what? I was having a talk with Flop the other day.
Oh yeah? How's Flop doing?
He's good.
I talked to him
And
a little bit about my situation. He was the one that was like, yeah, if they don't have the phone subpoena, you should probably just tell them to fuck off. I was like, thanks, Flop.
yeah. Well, while I was talking to him, guess who turned up?
Oh no.
No,
Richard?
not him. Not him either.
What? Who?
Little white crow with blue eyes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How is it doing? What did it do?
It was just watching us, I think. I don't know how long it was there for. And then Flop spotted it, and it was just above us. And once we saw it, it flew off.
Isn't it super pretty?
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah. It
But it was-
doesn't feel all sinister and creepy.
No, not at all.
It's just really pretty.
When I was at the lighthouse, by the way, that bush that was in Cleo's bed, it wasn't there anymore. It had moved outside, out the back.
It's at the back.
It was at the back of the lighthouse. Not the lighthouse, sorry, the house.
Oh.
Hmm.
I wouldn't know. Cody threw a fit and took my keys.
Why?
He says that somebody told him that I was saying bad things about him behind his back. Then I corrected him and said everything bad I've ever said about you I said to your face, actually.
We don't need this kind of petty drama at this time. We really don't.
Yeah, it's the only safe place I can go from Richard, so if I die, Cody had a very large hand in it. And pretty much said, yeah, already teeth.
You didn't have a hand in... Who is on the mountain over there? What the fuck? There's a car.
Oh yeah, there is. Is that a black muscle car?
Yes. Well, it's got no roof on it.
Oh, okay, that's better.
I don't think Norman would wear short sleeves.
I don't think so.
No. I don't think that's in his outfit. Catalogue.
Yeah. Cody said, you need the lighthouse for a safe place for you, but you want to go around saying harsh things about me. Sorry, I tried to help you with that chicken cunt. Next time, find somewhere else to hide like a coward and shit talk people trying to help you. I pointed out to him that he, one, everything I've ever said about him I've said to his face first. Two, he cannot sit so high and mighty and act so noble when he is quite literally going around telling people that I'm friends with Norman and painting a giant target on my back. I told him if he ever wants to, you know, act like an adult and have an actual conversation instead of pretty much throwing a hissy fit and taking the keys, he knows where to find me.
You weren't ramping into the lighthouse, were you?
No, but I did see the ramp.
That's ridiculous.
It's definitely something I would do, but no, I did not. Not when I can just swim around it. But yeah, what do you think of this place?
This is nice. I like
Thought
it.
like a big table between the trees or something would be cool. There's
Yeah.
enough room to let people go off and talk on their own if they need to or want to, I guess.
It's nice.
I thought it was pretty okay. Kind of like you just demonstrated, we can see if there's anybody
Anybody
coming
watching?
nearby
Yeah.
or anything. I didn't want it to be anywhere that it would, like, you know, just be walked in upon by accident. Like the normal meeting places all over the island. People go to execute people or have meetings or whatever else. I thought it would be nice enough.
The waves are a bit loud.
Well, I guess that is true. That is a good point.
Maybe if we're up here, hold on.
Probably still a bit loud now that you mention it. I didn't really notice while we were talking.
Yeah, I didn't think about it either. So maybe it's okay, like...
I didn't notice till you pointed it out personally.
No, I like this place.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think it's nice.
Bit like a table, some chairs. Maybe some lights if it's dark, I don't know. Or candles, maybe.
I'll do my best.
Thank you, Andy. Rob also mentioned you took a housing request from him.
I did.
Listen, whether or not that goes through or not, can you just make sure that don't tell Matt about it. It's a secret.
I know. He told me. I promise.
Good.
All the construction secrets are safe with me.
Thank you.
Hey, what was the deal with that really shitty lady the last time I saw you?
A pretty shitty lady.
Yeah, when he called me to go check the lighthouse, and then she deliberately pulled Bryce aside and was like, "Are you okay?" And Bryce kind of, I stood there and I was like, "Oh, maybe it's something private." And then Bryce is like, "I don't know what just happened." Like she wanted to make sure he was okay,
Odessa.
but gave absolutely no fucks about me. And Bryce said it gave the vibes of like blink twice if Andy Jones is hurting you right now. I was like, bitch, what the fuck? Dark asked me to come here, you dumb bitch.
That was Odessa, and I'll be straight with you. She told
She's an
me
idiot.
not to trust you for some reason.
What? Never met this person.
I don't
Who the
know.
fuck is Odessa? Why?
I don't know. She told me to ask Flop, and then I asked Flop, and Flop said he had no idea. And I believe Flop, so
Okay.
I don't know
I
whether
don't
she...
think I've ever met that person. Huh?
I don't know. Maybe she heard that you've got a thing with a thing, a deal with Norman, and thought that maybe it's not a good idea.
Who doesn't have a fucking deal with Norman at this point? And why would she say that to Bryce?
I don't know.
Is
I
it
need to
Bryce
talk
doesn't?
to Bryce and
Was it
invite
Bryce has
him.
one too?
But yeah, what was? What, I know you can't tell. I don't want to. But yeah, you think Bryce will want to come to this?
Probably.
Okay, good. Hold on. Let me check my
What a
notes.
dumb idiot. Man, the amount of people who hate or don't trust me in this city who I literally don't even know blows my mind every single time.
Okay, so on my notepad, I've got to talk to Bundy. I've got to talk to Bryce. Some of the Bundy bunch. Apparently Ash Ketchup is involved in this. So is
Oh no.
Rudy, but he won't admit anything to me.
No. Of course not.
And then I think some big players in this are the BBMC, and I haven't spoken to any of them.
I don't think they'll want to come.
You don't?
No, I think they're ready to try and move on best they can.
Why?
Just leave it to me to tell them about it, but I don't think they'll come.
Even with... Well, do you think it's because of Dundee?
Partially. But I think they've just had so much of everything with Norman that they're ready to kind of try to put it behind them the best they can. I don't really blame them for that. But I'll let them know what's happening. See if any of them are interested.
I think we're just going to stick to the 2nd of November. I just need to figure out a time, I guess.
Yeah, figure out a time for sure because knowing which tsunami will be imperative for setting anything up if I'm able to get the help.
You have any ideas on time? Time works
It
best?
seems like everybody across all of the time zones.
Exactly. So, I really don't know. I don't know. It's either going to be really early for some people or really late for others. And
Yeah, I'm not sure.
we'll see.
I'm not sure at all.
But yeah, I like this place.
Okay, I'll do what I can.
Thank
No
you.
promises, but I'll do my
No,
best.
no, I mean, we don't have that stuff. It's not an issue.
Should be simple enough, but I don't want to get people's hopes up just in case.
Yeah.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you. You go any further with this white bird stuff?
Yes.
Go on.
I take it at this big meeting you're only going to share things that directly pertain to you and not things other people have told you.
Yeah, only things that I found out myself about Norman.
But you're not going to like bust in there and be like, Andy's been seeing white birds and eating eyeballs and trees and all this shit, right?
No, but I would appreciate that if anybody did have any information, no matter how small, they would bring it forward. Given that those people would be disguised.
Right. I feel
I'm not
like
gonna pressure anybody.
yeah, most of this stuff I'm not like worried about, but this stuff it feels like I'm in the middle of it and I don't really know. Maybe by then I'll have more answers, but I don't really know enough to feel like I could put it forward without it just like making things more confusing rather than being helpful, if that makes sense. Like I feel like it would muddy waters before I fully understand what's happening.
That's fair. Well, we've all got time. I hope.
I went to purgatory.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Did you
And like out
die?
and in and out and in. I don't know. And I really need to talk to Norman, but he hasn't gotten hold of me yet. I'm kind of worried that he's calling my business phone that I don't have on me currently. But my first question to him without any context given is going to be asking if he can, you know, check the death logs and see if I actually died or not. But I didn't go through Norman.
Well, how else would you have gone?
Eating eyeballs. And they like formed this like weird triangle, and then there was the like burning bowl thing, firebolt, and then it's like I was being put in and out and being shown comparisons to like stuff here and then stuff there. A lot like the upside down, I guess, like we were talking about. But it's like I would see a dead tree with a skeleton leaning against it here, and then I was thrown back into purgatory where I saw it there too, and thrown out and seen the firebowl, and thrown in and see the firebowl there. Thrown in and see the lighthouse, thrown out and see the lighthouse here, and it's like it was showing me comparisons, I guess, to what I've been seeing. And then the other day, I ate one, and the giant, beautiful tree that I saw once was back again. And from it fell an almost rotten apple, and that doesn't seem good, but I don't know what it means. I ate it though, but nothing happened.
Wow.
See what I mean with like it's confusing, and I don't know how much it would help anyone.
And this was just Noxie?
I don't know. I never actually seen Noxie with these things, but the white bird, like took me out of purgatory.
Who was
Threw me
leaving you
back
these
on.
eyeballs and everything?
I would assume Noxie, but I don't know if it could be the white one. I'm not sure.
Well, Belcho believes that, well, I think he spoke to Norman Cho, that Noxie's just another post, like another being that's separate from Norman. They just working
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, he says that Noxie is her own thing, but their like goals align in a way, or their work aligns, or something like that. Almost like parallel to each other. But to my knowledge, nobody else has been able to get in and out without going through Norman.
What the fuck?
Who's that?
Someone's metal detecting.
What the, what the fuck?
Out here in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I guess they get to do it in peace.
God damn it. Well,
Yeah.
you holding up okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just don't know what it all means or why I'm being shown it, but I'm like really desperate to know, but I really want to talk to Norman, but Ask
Are
all
you
about him.
sure talking to Norman about that's a good idea?
He's more likely to have more answers than I do.
He's also
But
more likely to be threatened by someone who can, or something, who can help you get in and out of purgatory.
I guess that's true, but Norman also has a nasty habit of finding things out, and if I'm not honest with him, then it'll probably be worse if he finds out elsewhere.
That's fair.
And feels like I was lying and then it comes for my ass for not saying anything or lying to him or feeling like I lied to him or whatever else. I don't tend to do the whole like lying through omission thing.
Well, just do whatever you feel is right and is best for you. Just don't get yourself in trouble, like me.
I'm trying not to. Yeah, I won't get myself called an insect, hopefully. Norman's
Hopefully.
always been relatively complimentary, I guess. He said that I'm intelligent and more accepting of the situation than most people, I guess. In reality, it's just like I'm aware of what I control and what I can't. I'm trying very hard not to worry about the things I can't control. But this one is a little bit harder because I don't understand what the point is for me, or why me, or what's happening, or if it's good or bad. It felt good up until getting in there, and then there is awful.
I know. I know there's been a lot. I know that Odin used the crows as his eyes and ears.
Mm-hmm. Also sacrificed himself to the life tree. Called it Odin's horse when he sacrificed himself to gain knowledge. Apparently.
Yeah.
And he lost his eye, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Eyeballs.
I'm just thinking outside the box because I probably shouldn't tell you this, but you know that Odessa, she got stabbed by the highwayman.
Good. Sorry, that's terrible.
Andy,
Is she okay?
control yourself.
Sorry.
Then she met with Norman, and Norman was like opening the wound.
Huh.
Yeah, like he could control that wound, and he was opening it and closing it, and then opened it and tried to force her to do things that she didn't want to do.
Norman
And
did that?
yeah,
Sounds like the highwayman shit.
well, it was one of the two. Anyway, apparently, this would have shocked me a couple months ago, but she somehow made a deal with another entity. You know anything about like Greek gods?
A long time ago. Nothing I remember too much.
Yeah, well, she made a deal with one of them, and it seems to be like protecting that wound from reopening because of one of those two. So there seems to be a lot of players in this game, and we seem to be, well, I seem to be pretty small on it. You, on the other hand, I think maybe another entity is helping you out here, and maybe answers lie in the library.
Yeah, see, I've gone to try and study it, but it's hard to look up like such vague things as like tree and life and eyeballs and fire, and then it just comes with like
That's
a
true.
1,000 results, right? There's nothing specifically to be like, what happens when a death crow leads you to a bunch of eyeballs and then a skull starts smoking and you go out to an island and then there's suddenly a dead tree and a
You got
life
a
tree and
point.
a
You got a point.
bush, and yeah, it's a lot to try and pinpoint. I was terrified for Noxie recently, and then I realized that Noxie might just be molting, so I feel like I'm also sometimes prone to reading too much into things. Because I'm like, oh, Noxie's looking exhausted, and losing some of her feathers and whatever else, and is like not flying as much as she used to. And then I started reading up on it, and I was like, oh, this is just the time of year that crows actually literally just start molting, and all of those are symptoms of that.
Okay. Well, this is a lot.
Yeah. And it's like, picture one day that I get thrown back in there again and Norman's there. I feel like that's a much worse situation to have him find out than if I just say something.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't want to be hit with a, what are you doing here, Miss Jones?
That's
And
pretty
then
good.
locks the door behind me. Ugh.
Apparently, Bass is back.
Yeah, saw that.
I don't know what's going on. Brian is a deal. And
Didn't he make it 4 bass?
maybe, probably. But Brian said to someone else that the city will know when I uphold my end of the deal.
Huh?
Which worries me.
What kind of fucking deal did he make?
I really don't know.
Wait, and if he hasn't fulfilled his, then does that mean... Because, I mean, to my knowledge, I don't know what the fuck that is. Does that mean somebody else beat him to getting Bass out? And now he's stuck in a deal for nothing?
Or it's like my deal where it kind of just is going to happen at some point. Norman's probably going to call on us at some point to do this thing, and that might be the same for Brian.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not looking forward to Halloween.
Yeah.
I don't know
what's
whether
gonna
Norman's going to
happen.
be like stronger or what.
I think it's like firebenders.
Well, yeah, that's why I chose the day I did. 'Cause
Yeah.
apparently that's when the spirit world is like closest or something.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to talk to that Miss Silverton,
Cassie, yeah.
and she didn't pick up. But you know of anybody else who's into anything ritualistic or spiritual or anything?
Raina.
Oh yeah, Raina.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Raina what?
Raina Vegara, I think? I think that's her last name.
Yeah.
She's great. She runs one up in, or not one up, plus one in Mirror Park.
And she also works at That's Weird. That's the business,
really?
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got a lot of
Mm-hmm.
planning to do, I think.
Understandable.
I don't really want people driving here either, because that's just gonna be more of a hint to where we are for the wrong people to be here. That's why I'm kind of thinking we all meet in like the docks or something, and then get on a
Take
big
some
boat.
boats.
Yeah. Or even multiple boats could work.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll borrow Sis's tugboat.
Here's a tugboat.
Mm-hmm.
That could work. It's not very fancy. Does anyone actually own like a fancy yacht?
I don't know.
Can you
The
buy
only
a
person I
fancy
can think
yacht?
of that might would be like Kevin Ram
Maybe.
or like Joseph at Shrugway.
Or like Marlowe. Or...
Yeah, Marlowe.
Okay. Well, thank you for finding this place. Yeah, this will be great.
No problem.
You know, Rhodes found like a cool guy called Garth who's really good at like music.
Mm-hmm.
I might ask him to serenade us.
Oh, okay. That sounds good. I thought of playing my song, but it might freak people out.
You got a song?
Oh, I'll send it to you. I don't know how you're gonna feel about it.
You not got a tape? My Walkman?
No, I haven't put it out like that just yet.
You should.
I'll text you the link. Finding
Thanks.
your email would take a lot longer.
Is Norman around?
I fear that it'll have the opposite. I know it'll have the opposite result than what the song actually says.
Along the shore and noticed all the people crying on a sunny day. I said, sir, what's the matter? What is going on here? He looked at me a certain way. Girl, please tell me, what are you doing here? There's a man who's not a man that you should fear. The devil's making deals now out there at the lighthouse. You should really stay away. You should really stay away. I swam across the water and saw myself an old man smoking on his cigarette. I said, sir, I don't know you, but what is there I can do to not and go and die just yet? He said, give me something with which you can pay. After all, you and I know what they say. The devil's making deals now out there at the lighthouse. You should really stay away. You should really stay away. I took an old friend who I rode out to see and told him that today was the day. Took a pistol out from inside my coat and pointed it in his face. He said, friend, please tell me how I've done you wrong. I said I had traveled and this is what I saw. The devil's making deals now out there at his lighthouse. You should really stay away. You should really stay away. Dripping red, I grabbed another bottle and took another swig of gin. I choked back the guilt and washed in the sea and knew it wouldn't drown my sin. Please, Mr. Bones, I did everything you asked. I then felt the knife as he said, let's make it last. I took a deep breath and greeted death my own way, thinking of that sunny day. Devil's making deals now out there at the lighthouse. You should really stay away. Devil's making deals now out there at his lighthouse. You should really stay away. You should really stay away. You should really stay away.
Wow. That was really, really, really good. I didn't know you could sing, Andy.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, I used to make music all the time when I first moved here, but I guess that was years ago. Thanks. But you see what I mean? I feel like a lot of people would take that and then more people would go to the lighthouse.
Yeah.
So I'm a little hesitant to play it, you know, as
I
a
wish
warning
I
when I know
listened.
people
I
are
wish I
dumb.
heard that before I went over there.
Yeah.
Maybe once this is all over, you make some money off that.
Yeah, maybe. Needed a creative outlet, I guess. Get all my thoughts out of my head.
You can play guitar too.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't computer generated. Absolutely.
It was really good.
Thanks. Jeez.
I hope nothing happens in the meantime before we can all meet up. Oh god. Brrr. That was so good. I'm soaked.
Sorry. Better than being dead?
I guess you're right.
Yeah. I would imagine. Or maybe I know. I don't know which.
I imagine that you died. I really can't.
I can't imagine that I died and don't know if I did.
Yeah.
I definitely was not doing well, but I don't know. I don't know.
How's smoke?
Smoke's doing alright. Being a happy little burp.
Keeping you safe?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Richard since he locked me in that church. So I guess that's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Best I can ask for right now, I guess. Hey, thanks for trusting me anyway, despite what random people decide they think they know about me.
Hey, you're welcome.
It's just another one of those situations where it's like, man, if you just asked me, it would go better. I've had my fill of people making assumptions about me instead of just talking to me. I got enough of that as mayor. I don't desire to go through it anymore.
You know what? I never asked you. You were like, in the eyes of the law, you were a good person when you were
That's
mayor,
true.
and then you joined
But
the
I wasn't.
HOA.
Actually, I've always been HOA.
You were HOA.
Even when I was the mayor.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there goes my question.
No, I was still a good egg. I just, my entire purpose of coming here was to make people happy. And to put my all into people. And this place, kind of like Norman, right, says is full of ruin and horrible things and awfulness and people being awful to each other consistently, and I wanted to change that and make it better. And my entire goal was to make people happy on a daily basis and bend over backwards to do so. But when I became the mayor, lots of relationships I had formerly disappeared in favor of people being mean and spiteful and vile and selfish, all in the name of not getting what they wanted immediately. And people treated me terribly. And after months and months and months of busting my ass for people who quite literally did not care and were quite honestly just awful to me for so long, everybody has their breaking point. I decided to invest time into the people that actually care instead of a ton of people who didn't.
Yeah, I can't knock you for that.
Yeah, it happened over a long period of time. It's just everybody reaches their breaking point, and there are plenty of people who resist the city turning them awful, like yourself, but I have a lot of respect for people who can push through that, but it broke me, I guess.
What advice would you have to someone who feels pretty close to that breaking point?
I guess learn how to say no, and if people don't like it, learn how to gently cut those people out of your life. Not in a spiteful way, but get rid of them the first time you see it, because to their core, people don't change. Not really. I mean, even all the things I've done since then, underneath it all, I'm still the same person that came here. People don't really change. And when people show you their true colors, just trust them. But know that they matter less to you in your life and your energy and your time than the people who do care and the people who do appreciate it.
Pretty good advice. Thank you.
Took me much too long to know how to say no, and even longer for people like my husband or Vasily or whoever else is to get me to learn my own worth, and that other people weren't treating me the way I deserved. They were treating me the way I was allowing them to. And those are two very different things for a lot of people, especially kind people. And especially here. Are you worried you're getting to that breaking point?
Yeah. I just think there's I don't know. I forgot, well, not on purpose, but I forgot my family a few months back because I was trying to do the right thing, which was, at the time, I thought was internal affairs. And while doing that, I got attacked by Kyle Pratt while he was in prison. And my head hit the concrete pretty hard, and I forgot him. And, you know, I remember a lot.
I'm so sorry.
But I don't remember everything. It's kind of like, you know, when you go on a plane and you know that there's like a less than 1% chance that this thing will crash, but you still get that little bit of anxiety in your stomach.
Of course.
That's kind of what I've got. It's like, I feel like I remember a lot, but it doesn't feel quite right still. And so with that, and then this Norman stuff threatening my family that I've only really just got back.
Scary.
It is.
I just recently found family and now I'm scared I'm gonna lose them right when I just got them.
You mean the HOI?
No, actual family. A brother and a dad and a nephew.
Who?
I'm only gonna tell you, but Hubcap Jones, Andy Jones. Barry Benson is my half brother, and TJ Walker is my nephew.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I know that they can be criminal scum, but they've welcomed me with open arms and given me everything that I was missing, to be honest. I just hope I don't. Just hope it's not short-lived, I guess.
And listen, just grab on tight and don't let go.
I'm trying. You too. Okay?
Yeah, me too. I'm trying to.
You too. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Dark.
No, thank you.
I always like talking to you.
Yeah, you too. Let's probably get back in uniform.
Let me know if you get a
It's okay.
time or a rough camp.
Yeah, I've got to figure that out. And
You will. No rush.
ciao.